Alright, this is the Olight headlamp review, the HS2. The Olight HS2 rechargeable, multi-mode, water resistant. You can wear it in the rain, you can sweat on it. Multiple modes headlamp. Max output 400 lumens. I've had a little while to go over this headlamp. Comes with a cord to charge with, actually a pretty long cord, and it comes with a battery pack on the back side of it. It's a 2000 milliamp hour. It has a button here that indicates how charged it is. It has a indicator when it's 10% or less. See that? So if you're running and you're jogging and your light is on, this thing doesn't dim as it loses power. It may go down in modes, but it doesn't, let you know. So if you're in the lowest mode, you got no clue that this thing is going to go down until you start hearing it beep. And so from when it hits 10%, it lets you know how much light it has. I mean, it lets you know how much time you're going to have left. So even though we're turning it on and we're running the thing, hey, it's just as bright, putting out 400 lumens. And then it's going to start beeping and letting you know. So what you get with this is it comes with two beams, a high and a low beam. One is for flood, one is for a focused beam. With this, the on and off is holding the button turns it on. I'm sorry, tapping the button turns it on, but you have to hold it to turn it off. That way, while you're running and wearing this thing on your head, if you go to change modes or whatever while you're running, you're just going to change modes. You're not going to accidentally cut it off on yourself while you're running down the street. So while it's on, you have the highest mode, which is 400 lumens. You get 212 minutes out of this mode. It's both the beams on its highest mode. If you turn it down, you click it once. All right, your brightest is 400. You click it once, it goes down to 200 lumens. It's 4 hours and 30 minutes out of that. If you double click, it changes the mode beam from both beams. Now there's only one on, and that is the the spotlight. Double click again. I'm sorry, it's the floodlight, then the high beam. So there's a focus beam on. There's a focus beam. There's both. There's a flood. And then there's more focus. And then each one of these modes, there's a high and a low. And it dims up and down. It doesn't just fly up to the next mode. It slowly creeps up to it. So I really like this lamp. It fits really well on your head. It's adjustable. It's lightweight. These arrows are reflective. The head on it moves, so it turns and it stays where you put it. You never have to readjust it once it's on and in place. Another thing about this is you can remove the power source. So as we can see, when I touch it here, I'm dying. I'm at 10%. Uh-oh. So what am I going to do? I can just plug it up and charge it with a USB cord that comes with it. Or I can turn that off, turn off the power supply, disconnect it, and I'm now going to hook in the super long cord that they have with it. I'm going to plug that into it, and then I'm going to put a 4000 milliamp hour power bank up to it, and this thing is probably about the size of a Galaxy S6. All right, and then I'm going to turn it on. All right, so now I've got this thin 4000 milliamp hour battery pack, which is double the capacity of the battery that comes with it. I can go ahead and take this completely off the headband if I want to. There's a little split in here. See, so my bands just slide off. So now I can completely remove that, wear this on my head, and with the long cord that comes with the thing, comes with the headlamp. I can stick this in my pocket or put it on my strap on my arm or wherever. This is about the size of any smartphone, or smaller than most smartphones now. And man, the thing just lights up, and it's probably going to run double the time that this is, because it's double the battery. So this is something for everyday campers. They need a headlamp, or if you're working a business where you use it all day long, every day, it being able to connect. I mean, I'm running off this power supply right now, you see that? I'm connected to it. If I pull it out, power's gonna go off, see? Beautiful. So I really like that feature. This light offers 400 lumens on the mixed beam on high. The mixed beam on low is 100 lumens. The high beam on high is 200 lumens. The high beam on low is 50. The low beam on high is 200, and the low beam on low is 50. Now I've used this running, and the high beam on low and the low beam on low, the 50 lumens, that's plenty. But just because I wanted to, I did the 200 lumens. It runs 4.5 hours. I mean, if somebody that works a regular shift can get the lowest setting out of this all day long, but if you're going to just use this for running, this would be perfect. Even if you got a long marathon, you start before dark, 4.5 hours is plenty of time on the bank that comes with it. But if somebody's going to be camping or whatever, they can use this and the extra long cord that comes with it, and it's perfect. So I really like this light. The only thing I do not like about it, and maybe it's asking too much, I don't know how difficult it would be, but I don't like how if I find a beam that I like, it will not go back to it. Every time you turn it on, it's on the brightest, and it's on both beams. You cannot get it to remember the settings that you had, and that's very upsetting. So every time you turn it off, when you turn it on, let's say I like one beam like that, I'm going to turn it off, and now when I turn it on, it's both beams. This is the HS2 headlamp review. It's a really nice, well thought out headlamp.